Hey, I'm DougDoug. I make dumb internet videos where I do things like solving problems that nobody has, or explaining things with food, or more recently, doing some live stream gaming challenges. But my YouTube channel is kind of like a durian tree. I started growing this durian tree last year while working full time, and durians are like the stupidest fruits. They're spiky and they smell bad, and no one should grow or eat them, but I've got a dumb sense of fruit humor, and I was just having a blast growing durians because I love it. And then one day, Farmer YouTube came along and said, hey, if you give me your durians, I'll try to go sell them to my customers. And I said, these durians are very stupid. I don't think people want these. And Farmer YouTube says, we'll find out. And so he went off with my durians and came back a few months later and said, good news, there's a fuckload of people who are eating these durians. And I went, holy shit, what? This is like wildly more popular than I could have expected. Does this mean that I could like grow durians as a full-time job? That'd be incredible. And YouTube says, yes. And here's your cut of the profits, $50. And I go, wait, $50? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful, but you sold like 100,000 durians. That only makes $50. And Farmer YouTube says, well, the economics of digital durian advertising are really tough in this saturated online market. And I say, well, shit. And Farmer YouTube says, well, why don't you just ask people for money so you can grow more durians? And I say, that's kind of weird, right? So yeah, I am incredibly lucky and grateful that people have been finding and enjoying my videos the past few months. It's still like mind-blowing to me. But the truth is, YouTube advertising money is incredibly bad, and it really does not help that I put a lot of time into every video. Now, all that said, I did not expect any of all this to actually happen. Last year, I was basically spending all my free time editing videos, and so this year, I decided I was just gonna do it full-time for a bit. And my plan was basically, I'm gonna live off of my savings for a while, just try to learn as much as I possibly can, and then I'm gonna run out of money and have to go back and get a real job. And I wasn't really expecting this to take off or anything. It was mostly about me learning, and somehow the channel is done like very well. And so now there's an actual possibility that I could do this long term, which would be a fucking dream. But YouTube and Twitch alone are not financially sustainable for me right now, and they're not even close to it, at least at the moment. And that's where Patreon comes in. Patreon is obviously completely optional, but if you enjoy what I'm doing and you want to support the channel, this is by far the best way to support it. And that's because Patreon only takes 5% of every pledge versus like Twitch, which takes half of the subscription revenue, or YouTube, which just doesn't really give you anything. I made some reward tiers with some bonuses that I hope are interesting for people, but you know, the main thing is just you have my unending, sincere gratitude to help support me doing this as a full-time thing, and it means the world to me. So yeah, that's it, Patreon. And you know, whether you support it or not, just fucking thank you for checking this out and for supporting the channel. It's been the best year of my life. It's been so incredibly fun. I've learned so much, and I cannot wait to do more. So thank you.